The second trip out to LA on a back-to-back, nonetheless, this one falls flat and badly. Hawks lose once again, 4-1 against the Los Angeles Kings on the road in the Staples Center. Now, both games on the road for Chicago and against LA have come off of the second half of a back-to-back. The last one was the day prior. They were at Anaheim, and then they actually won against LA with Colin Delia in net. And then, here they beat Arizona. So, I mean, the pattern seemed like it could probably happen where they go back to back and win against LA again, but that's not the case. They're preparing for the playoffs. They have better sights now since the last time they played, and the Hawks just didn't have a good game again. So Colin Delia gets the start again since the back half of back to back, and Kevin Lankinen played against Arizona. This one goes to Colin Delia, and did not perform that well. Definitely didn't perform as well as he did when he won in LA. The Hawks' one goal that they got was from Patrick Kane on the power play. They had 3 power plays. They scored on one of them. Better than they did against Arizona when they went 0 for 5. So I guess that's a positive to take away from this game. I'm really trying, guys. I'm really trying to just not rip this team to shreds. You could say that they perform better on the power play, but I could argue the contrary. They scored. They were 1 for 3. That's better than 0 for 5. But they let 2 shorthanded goals 15 seconds apart from each other. How is that even possible? Yes, Andreas Athanasiou and Trevor Moore both score shorthanded goals 15 seconds apart for the Kings, and those were the 2 goals in the third period that helped these Kings pull away from the Hawks. That is just... You're on the power play down 1 goal and you have a chance to tie the game, but you end up surrendering 2 shorthanded goals on said power play to go from a chance to tie the game on the power play to now down 3 in the middle of the third period. And this Hawks team does not win games like that. They do not win those games. Have not won those games this year. I don't think they have a single comeback in the third period of more than 2 goals. I might be wrong, but considering how bad this team has been, I'd probably remember if they did anything such as come back from a multi-goal deficit in the third period. So the Hawks have just 4 games left. We're almost across the finish line, even though the team has stumbled and is just if you think about this as like a marathon, they are in the final mile and are so exhausted they're basically going to be walking this last mile, and they'll probably stumble across the finish line, just fall flat on their face as they cross the finish line, just to say that they completed the season. So they got San Jose, Philly, Vegas, and Buffalo. The only team, that's the last game that matters. The Vegas game, they may be eliminated, they may be clinching a spot. Who knows? That seems to be the only game that has potential to mean anything, as the rest of the teams we're playing are eliminated from the playoffs. So yeah, these next couple games, they mean nothing for any sort of playoff standings and whatnot. I mean, maybe draft lottery positioning, but I mean, everyone knows that if you're not in the top 3, your chances of doing really anything in the draft lottery are pretty low. And it's pretty much just an even shot from that point on. So there really is no purpose in these couple games other than just completing the season, which, I mean, you got to play all 82 games. Hawks have played 78. We've got 4 more. So the Kings are headed to the postseason here. That should be fun, seeing California back in the playoffs. But the other 2 teams did not perform. San Jose was towards the bottom for the entire year. They never really had a playoff spot for a while. Anaheim played very well in the opening 30 games. They had a pretty good start, and then as the season went on, they slowly dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped, losing more games, and they have definitely fallen to, I think, second to last in their division at this point. They're gonna have a bottom three finish in the Pacific, which sucks for them. I would have loved to see Anaheim back in the playoffs, but it's just not how it's going to work. And so, uh, and that would have actually been a massive shocker if Anaheim continued to play well and would have made the playoffs. But alas, there's always next year for that to happen. Well, 4 games left is all the Hawks have. They've got a bottom 10 finish in the league. I don't know if they will get down to a bottom 5 finish if they lose the rest of these games. But that's it, really. I got nothing else to say. That's going to do it for this one. If you liked it, please hit the like button and hit that subscribe button for more reactions. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.